Hey, looks like I'm going live. No one else has joined me, so it should be nice and quick today. With only me showing some comic books. So, to one person watching. Right, so show 38, we're on box 38. It's got some of my faves in here, some of my faves. Let's get to it. Right, first up, it's got an old House of Secrets, number 77. The only appearance I have of Prince Raman, and also Eclipso is in here as well. I wouldn't mind getting Eclipso's first appearance one day, but yeah, who knows if it will ever happen. Right, and this is number 150 of House of Mystery. That was House of Secrets, this is House of Mystery. I keep me horror-related House of Mystery in a different box. So this is my sci-fi and other kind of stuff. So this is such a crappy cover, but I like it. It's so bad, it's good. If you can guess who I am, where I came from, and what my mission is, you can save your world. Right, here's a nice one. The Manhunter from Mars battles the Doom Shadow. I've shown this on Cover Slingers before. Hi, Roger. The Doom Shadow. The shadow of the choker. If the shadow falls on him, he'll become petrified. Right, now this is the main body of the content of this box. We've got some Dial H for Hero. The entirety of my Dial H for Hero related comic books is in this box. So, yep, great stuff. Love the covers on this whole series. It's not a duff cover amongst them. I love the way they're split up. I love the busy trade dress, all the blinking blurbs, all the writing, all the blinking split panels, even down to the little corner here. Also, the Martian Manhunter. And you got the dial there. All he has to do, Dial H for Hero. Yes, Splat, I'm going solo because nobody else has decided they want to come in. If you want to come in, I can send you the link if you like. But I know you was crying off live streams yourself for a while, so I didn't bother you with it. But this is another great busy go-go checks as well. As if the last one wasn't fabulous on its own, you've now got added go-go checks into the mix. It's like, what? How could that's like they look at this first one, they went, that is bloody awesome, that is absolutely amazing, you can't get better than that, and then they upped it by putting go-go checks on there. It's like, what's going on? I don't know where Ray is. I put the link in the usual message stream. Maybe he's busy tonight. I guess he's busy tonight, but anyway, all good, lovely Dial H stuff. Clay Creep Clan. Each razzle-dazzle role Robbie dials into is desperately needed to tackle the fantastic Clay Creep Clan. That's a great alliteration as well. Another winner. You can't beat a bit of alliteration. Right, this one's cool. You might have seen this one on the Candy themed Cover Slingers show that we did a few weeks back. There's King Candy. I don't know. I'm sure Matilda gave him a 9 or an 8 or something. I can't. She's lost her blinking. She's one sandwich short of a picnic sometimes when she marks my covers. I think I still won that month. I can't remember now. Right, they kind of after this they sort of stopped doing quite so much splits on the covers, and it's more okay, Rog, no worries, mate. Have a good time. There you go, lovely purple background for Matilda. Just some great, crazy villains, crazy heroes, super cover dress there, trade dress, all magnificent stuff. Soccer Magie! I forgot to say, Soccer Magie. There's a phrase of exclamation if ever I heard one. Soccer Magie. We're back to the split covers now. Look at this, good stuff. Supernova, Robbie Robot, Zip Tide, Zip Tide. Right, I've been really lazy today. I come home to put comics away and stuff and get comics out for Cover Slingers, and I just slept most of the day. I just laid down and went to sleep. Yeah, quintessential Silver Age comics, silly but pure fun. Absolutely, the king of the curses, the Yankee Doodle Kid is caught in a trap, and his skyrocket blasts aren't stopping the Cougar Man. The Yankee Doodle Dandy. All stand for the Yankee Doodle Dandy. You've got the fantastic Rainbow Raiders. My green ray will slow you down to a crawl, muscle man. There you go. Hello, Near Baruda. Grey the man. Hello. Okay, thank you. Hello to you too. And this is the first heroine. His friend dials up. The terrible toy master is the criminal here. Now to take care of Gem Gale with my Pike's Jack in the Box. Hey, Kenneth. Sockamaji! Now Robbie's turned himself into a human buzzsaw, but this time it looks like he's dialed a wrong number. Yeah, how can a human buzzsaw deal with a missile? I think you can cut off the tail fins and it will go off target. Right, this is a cool cover. Menace of the Micro Monsters. Nice and black with all these. I think these turn out to be like cold germs or something like that that have grown for some reason. This is a cool one. Who was it who showed these on a recent haul? And I was saying, no, it's the other way around. Someone showed this on the recent haul and they thought that he'd turned into a giant octopus. I said, no, Robbie is the Indian chief looking guy, or the Native American chief guy on the flying horse. And I don't know why he's fighting a giant squid or octopus, but someone showed it on their channel recently anyway. Right, I think this is the last one in the run. It's got a water stain on this one. This is number 173. Will he dial G for good or E for evil? It's an interesting split panel, but you can see the water stain in the middle of the comic book there. If I was confident, I could soak it again and try and get the water stain off, but I'm not. Yeah, the costumes were fabulous. They were. I love the whole concept of a different hero for each occasion. I just thought it was really cool. But I didn't. That run I've just shown wasn't where I first encountered Dial H for Hero. Where I first encountered Dial H for Hero, when I bought these as a kid, is in the Adventure Comics run. So it ran from 479. I'll let you know when it finishes. But this is when the new Dial H for Hero dial wielders come into being. It's Vicky Grant and Chris King, a couple of youngsters in a town of Fairfax, I think it was called. And they get hold of these dials and they become different heroes and face off against different villains in each issue. And with this run, the DC offices encouraged kids to write in with their own character designs. So each character, when they come in, you'll see they've got it will say sent to us by Rob Smith from Wyoming, on that kind of thing underneath each character. And I just really enjoyed these characters. I really like the stories. I guess I dare say I was like the age of Vicky and Chris at that time when I was reading these to start off with, so I could picture myself like maybe getting a H dial. Yeah, when did these come out? These I can't find the year on them, but I'm guessing early 80s, but don't quote me. I can't bother to open them up. But I always thought I'd like to write in, but I always thought because it's in America, I couldn't really write in and give my character kind of thing, so I never bothered trying to make one up. But great covers as well. I think these are all cool covers. I want these new superheroes dead, and what the Wieldy Beast wants, he gets. I'm not even sure the artists on the covers were, but they're all very good covers though. Andrew and Giordano, that last one. Can't see on this one, but this is a nice moody dark alleyway scene. Got lots of nice blurbs. Once again, Chris King and Vicky Grant spin their power dials to confront the most incredible criminal in the annals of villaindom. His name is Mr. Negative, and we promise you'll never seen anyone like him. There you go. Just cool covers. It's a great fight scene. Enter the Evil Eight. I still got fanzines from the 90s. What fanzines are you talking about? Are you talking about the fanzine that I did? Are you talking about my heavy metal fanzine that I did back in the 90s? This one I actually upgraded recently because I had a really bad copy of it, and so it only cost me £2 for a new copy. These are cheap as chips, these Dial H for Hero and adventure runs, you can get them really, really cheap. Bearded Ball. Yeah. Oh, that would be my character, you're saying. If I sent a character off, I'd call him the Bearded Ball. I don't know about that. I'm getting you. I couldn't work out your comments for a second there. Now that I've learned the true identity of these superheroes, I will destroy them. Beware the marionette. I do believe there are some more Dial H for Hero that aren't in this box because they're backup stories in the New Adventures of Superboy, I believe, which I now have the full run of that as well. So I have got the continuing stories. I think it was New Adventures of Superboy again came out. I think it must have been a little while after the adventure run finished. The New Adventures of Superboy must have come out, and I have got those as well, but they're in a different box. Oh, it's Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Yes, I do have a copy of Eternal Zine from Turkey. How you doing, mate? I didn't recognize you I couldn't see you like that. Anyway, next up, quite a while bit later. This is like the night. Is it 90s or is in the what year is this? 03. So 2003. Hero came back again. This one is issue 1 and 2 in one comic book, so that was interesting. Got 1 and 2, one comic book, and then we've got number 3. I've got this full one as well. See, totally different style now. Gone are the 80s covers, and we've got a more, I don't know what you'd call it, interesting style. Oh, you're living in Scotland now? Oh, right, blimey, that's cool, I suppose. I mean, what are you doing? Hope you're well anyway. You was in Warwick for a long time, weren't you? All right. These covers are all right. They're a bit boring, aren't they, really? Oh, New Edinburgh, that's cool. Well, what moved you up there then? Just you're still with your same partner, or was it any particular reason you moved to Edinburgh? Brutal youth. Oh, Warwick was a toilet. See, after these new hero ones, you can't even see a superhero on them. It's like, are they turning superheroes or not? There's not really an awful lot showing superheroes. Here's one. Seems to have like a robot guy in a hot tub with some women. This, I don't know, just these covers just like Yawn City. You came here because of your ex-girlfriend now. Sorry to hear that, mate. Number 10. Yeah, these covers just don't do it for me like the old covers do. Like the 60s covers and the 80s covers that I've shown previously are just so much better. Well, I'll send you the link here, Splat. All right, this is for Splat only. I'll get it over quickly because I've slept most of the day. I need to get on. Right, this is rather daft. They come up with a concept. This is probably current. Like nowadays, it would be a perfectly good, ordinary and good thing. But like a man could become a woman with the H dial. So Woman of the Year. I think that's what my expression would be like if I suddenly developed a pair of breasts. But it's quite a comical cover. But yeah, different. It was the same guy shaving his beard. Okay. And don't forget to leave the seat down. So quite funny, quite amusing, but obviously a completely different to the 60s and 80s sort of style. All right, Darren.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Nice one.
Lovers and Other Dangers.
I couldn't leave you all alone at the mercy of the public.
I'll get it over quicker. I'll get it over quicker and get on to doing the jobs that I should have done instead of lying around all day. Good guys and bad guys. Are you covering all right from your op?
Yeah, I mean, most days it's like a little bit better, little bit better than the day before.
Yeah,
It's
that's
about an hour of pain every day.
Oh, nasty.
But I've been up and moving around today and yesterday a bit. And it's the first 2 days I've been up and moving around, so I'm getting better.
Right, cool. That's the main thing.
That's
the main thing. Keep going. The interesting thing with a lot of these hero runs, how Dialects for Heroes, that Robbie Reed does make an appearance, I think, in every single series. Like he'll pop up, like I think he popped up in this one, trying to track down the hero dial, and he's kind of older and haggard and bloody well, you know, he's not the young, fresh soccer McGee boy of the '60s anymore in these later comic books when he makes an appearance. I think this is him actually. I think this is him, and this is Robbie Reed as of 2004, is it now? No, 2005. So Robbie Reed, he's not Soccer McGee anymore. He's looking a little bit, he's seen things, man. The innocence of the 60s has long behind him. He's no longer becoming Yankee Doodle Man. Right, and then it gets even crazier the next time that it comes about. This is 2012 now. There's a writer called China Miéville. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. China Miéville. I think he's a British writer. I've read one of his books and it was quite weird. It was quite an interesting sort of concept. I can't remember what it was called, but like literally there was two cities living not side by side, but like just 1 degree or dimensional separation kind of thing. So they were actually living in the same space. They're actually in the same space, and occasionally if you looked you could see someone on the other side. Kind of, it was a very weird concept, but I can't remember what happened in it. But that's the only China Miéville story that I've read, and this is kind of crazy as well. I quite like some of the inventiveness of it, but it was much more mature kind of read, and also quite a bit like deep mentally. It was like concepts he was trying to sort of get your head around kind of thing, but he had some cool very cool and inventive characters, and sort of like superpowers as well. It was quite interesting. Kind of like Dream Girl from Legion of Superheroes. She lives in 2 dimensions. Hi, Silver Knight Carl.
It looks like a really good set from the covers and stuff and what you just said, but I think it could have used a better title.
Well, Dial H.
Yeah, I think a better title might have made it better. Like, got more readers into it.
Well, it's a continuation, so I suppose it's just carried on the title from the original. But you had the Dial H. I think was it called Dial H for here right at the beginning? I think it must have been, mustn't it? Yeah, Dial H by House of Mystery. Then it became Dial in the second one. Now it's Dial H. But it's an interesting read. But again, it's another one you can pick up really cheap. But it does get a little bit brain numbing with some of the things you got to get your head around. Look at the characters. Kid Torture. Who's that one? Dr. Dictatorix.
Dictatorix. That sounds rude.
Dr. Dictatorix, yeah, there are some kind of, he's a lot more adult, put it that way. And there was like an old woman who was a previous Dial owner, and there's this big like overweight fat bloke and they when they become superheroes, they make love as superheroes kind of thing. Because they look obviously young and sexy in their superhero dials. This is a really cool, I think it's called the Centipede, and he's got some kind of like time powers, so he's like, yeah, it's very weird, but you can see like these are like past iterations of him, like fractions of a second, like, and you can see them all kind of. It's very, very interesting concept.
You see, I think there's a plot hole there, right, Gray, in superhero relationships, because if you imagine Superman and Lois Lane, right, in the bedroom.
Yeah, I know. That might, you do have to consider that. Just the involuntary reactions of bodily reactions would be enough to kill her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be honest. Just look at that weird character. It's a dog-headed person with missiles on their back. It's just like, what the heck is going on? I think there's all Boland covers as well, so you can't go wrong with a Boland cover, you know? There's great covers. But they are rather mind-numbingly weird. What the... Now, this one's quite a weird character as well. I can't remember his name. It might be called the Defenestrator. I can't remember now, because the Defenestrate someone is to throw him through a window, and this guy literally that is his costume. He's looking through a window, and he's got window curtains as his cape. So that's literally his costume.
that would have fitted the wacky costumes on Cover Slingers.
Yeah, probably. Matilda would have no, that's a perfectly normal costume. Here he is again. Totally bonkers.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Another weird one. Kind of frog people with an elephant. What's going on in this one? Hey, Bill. Right, and this one, they did a sort of supervillain week or something in all across DC, and the Justice League 23.3 is the numbering of it. It's a bit of a weird. So Justice League 23.3 is a tie into the Dial kind of world, but it's Dial E for evil. I did show this on Candy Week as well for Cover Slingers. You've got all these great candies: Crapple, Bad Seeds, Choo Choos, Bite Me Bits, Nasty Taffy, Spit. Yeah, just some. So basically, she's like poisonous chocolates.
Gray, read that one at the bottom, upside down, the very bottom one.
Oh, Bum Gums. Bum Gums. Right, let's just show the last of these Dial, and I'll let you show some. So then the most recent run of Dial is back to a thing called Dial H for Hero. It's a lot more kiddie friendly. Still got some interesting concepts with it. And with this run, there's a great kind of thing, because every time a character is created, like by the Dial, you get like a 1 page or a few panels of their origin, like a weird kind of origin, like is made up for them. And some of them are so funny and creative. It's really cool. I can't remember this guy's name. It was like Jared or Joachim or something like that. Or I don't remember. It was a Hispanic, is it? American?
Latino,
something like that. I always confuse which one. I always worry about saying them because we don't really use that phrase. We don't have many, we don't have any really, So I always worry that one of them is an insult and you can't say it. So yeah. I'm always worried about it. Right. There's a Dial V for villain. There's a nice. And Robbie Reed just turned up in this one as well at the end. Who is Mr. Thunderbolt? I think the tech is updated though. I think it becomes a mobile phone, actually. I think it's a mobile phone, the H-Dial in this one. I can't remember now. And this is Robbie Reed. Suddenly he's a really old man. Robbie Reed's gone from a kid in the 60s to this one. But it's like, is the time moved differently for him or something? I don't understand it. Like, does time move differently for Robbie Reed? Because he's the only character who seems to age in the whole of the DC universe. Yeah, but it was a good fun run anyway. I think it's only 12 issues of this one. Basically, he discovers the H-Dial, and him and his friend are traveling across America, trying to work out the secret of it. While being chased by ex-wielders of the Dial who want it back for their own nefarious purposes, kind of thing. But it was quite a good run. I quite enjoyed it. Is there a Rebirth Dial H? Is there a later, more updated version? You have to tell me about that, Scott. I didn't know there was. I thought this was the last one. This is from. I don't think they've got the year on it.
I thought that one that you've got in your hand. I thought that one is Rebirth.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
Because it goes New 52 followed by Rebirth.
Yeah.
And the little logo
I don't think
change.
It's New 52. So these maybe are. They don't say Rebirth on them. I can't see what the year is. That's annoying when they've got about a year on the actual.
I'm not sure if every single one.
This is 2020, so that's got to be Rebirth. Yeah, it doesn't say Rebirth on it, but yeah, I enjoyed these. If you're a fan of the concept of the Dial H universe, Dial H universe, it is in the DC universe, but the Dial H concept, then I think you've enjoyed the previous iterations of the the use of the H dial, then I think you'll enjoy those ones. Oh, depends. I mean, I think the kid in there is gay, and I know some people don't want to read about gay characters because it's too woke or something. So if you don't like woke characters, then I don't know. There's some weirdo here. I'm gonna throw him out. I don't know who it is. Someone just came in. Do you recognise this person, Darren? Can you see him?
Who we got? Scotty?
No, in the backstage.
Oh, how do I see backstage?
Don't worry, I know who it is. It's him. It's him.
Oh my God, not him again.
I was just trying to come up with excuses to not let him on, but there he is now. God dear.
Look, I'm actually in my library with comic books.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I saw you in your library. That's why I didn't recognise you. You're not in your blinking garage. All right, let Darren go next. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. I've been in the sun today. Look how red my head is.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. I'm not sure. Maybe I've got the wrong camera on.
Better a red head than a red ass, buddy.
Change the setting. I've got the wrong camera on. How the hell do I do that? Oh, hold on.
How about you, Carl? You all right? Medicine okay?
I ain't great, but I ain't complaining.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, cool.
Do you remember the Freddie Mercury collection?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah. The guy you used to give roadie for.
Yeah, the roadie. I've just grabbed a box of that stuff. I grabbed the indie box. So once upon a time, on a different subject, a long time ago, I had a phone call from. So I've been gardening, so I've got dirty fingernails. It's not that I'm a complete yuck. So once upon a time, I had a call, and some guy said, "I've got some comics from 1963," and I was like, "I'll get straight in the car and come and have a look at them." I got there, and it was this kind of thing.
Oh no!
1963. That's what I thought was 1963.
Yeah, I've got those. They are a great read, those comics, but they're not from 1963.
So look, you know, I've never read any of these, so it's up to you two guys to do the commentary.
Well, it's Alan Moore. It's not bad.
Yeah. And they're like a homage to that era kind of thing. Like, and they are good reads, and they do homage very well, I think. But they're definitely not from 1963. But they are good fun comics.
There's classic Alex Ross right there. That's actually a variant cover.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what's this when I got it? Supreme. Alan Moore.
It's probably only worth a $5, but still.
It's actually Alan Moore's Universe Handbook, so it's not the comic itself. Well, it's kind of weird inside, look. So this is the roadie, the guy who used to be with Queen.
Well, if you're pulling up Alex Ross and you're pulling up Aliens, you're bound to pull up. God, I can't even remember. I love those Malibus.
Now this has already been sorted by me, so these are coming out alphanumerically sorted. So if there isn't an issue, the next issue, then it doesn't exist in that collection. And this guy,
I'm expecting to see Terminator burning Earth in this.
No, Kyle. Honestly, this guy was just—he had no pattern whatsoever. He would literally just walk into a comic shop, close his eyes, spin around, and buy whatever he was pointed at.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad. I mean, you get Marvel going to the Malibu universe, and then Marvel buying out the Malibu universe. So,
I always say homage anyway. I never say homage.
Yeah, homage.
I always say.
Wouldn't it be?
I know.
H. I can't even say H like you guys. Homage.
Americans always drop the H, like in herbs.
Yeah, we drop H's a lot as well in the UK normally, but especially in London, we drop H.
Well, you got a lot of good dollar image books there.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't say H, they say H. I always say H. A lot of people say H.
What issue number is that?
That's number 11.
Oh, okay. Nice little Brit there, Barry Windsor Smith.
But you can see already.
There you go. I got half a box of those things. Brian Holkin's area.
Yeah.
There were so few.
I think I might have sent one into Matilda recently.
There were so few runs. I mean, there are some runs, but there's not a lot of runs.
Yeah, I had that one as well. Not one that I wanted
that
to
whole
keep,
area series is good.
This is one that there isn't one
there.
Oh, that's got to be a good cover slingers. Is that motorbikes or planes?
Yeah.
Or motorbikes and planes.
That entire series is just good. It's quality art. It's quality story.
It look good art, yeah.
Yeah, I had quite a few of those, but I just never because I.
That was the Dynamic Forces one.
I just sold them. I just sold them off.
Yeah, that last one was a Dynamic Forces exclusive, wasn't it? Doesn't it say it on the bottom?
No, it said AvalonComics.com.
Oh, okay. I thought that might have been a Dynamic Forces exclusive.
Yeah. Don't know many people who collect them.
Yeah, they should be collectible, but.
Yeah.
And who's Angela now?
She's in Marvel, isn't she?
She's Thor's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen?
They bought the character.
Yeah. Was he not owned by Morrison or something like
that? Somebody owned it, and Marvel bought it and made it part of the Pantheon.
Does that make the first Angela appearance like?
I believe, the first Angela appearance is pricey as hell. There's Joe Quesada's. That's Joe Quesada's pet right there.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them Ash as well, and I sold them off.
They didn't get much love, but that's Joe Quesada's love story to comics right there.
Was the first Angela in Spawn like number 9 or something?
9, yeah, Spawn 9. That's a money bug.
If you ever find a good series to read, Darren, Astro City is a really good read.
Is it?
Yeah, really cool stories in there. There's some great stories in that Astro City. I've got most of them in trades. Kurt Busiek, great. It's really cool superhero kind of lore imagined.
Oh, that's a good theme for cover slingers. Pregnancy.
God, you don't think you're going to be that many covers, mate?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Sue Storm in Fantastic Four has been pregnant before.
Yeah, but that was way back before I was even born. I don't have any blinking ones. You know what I mean? And I collect quite a bit. I haven't got any of her pregnant. I couldn't think of one. I couldn't think of a single one, to be honest. I could go for my Silver Age for years and not find a pregnant cover, I'm sure.
That guy had good taste in comics.
You'd have to do pregnancy and babies.
Yeah.
He's obviously a big Alex Ross fan.
Well, I think what he used to do was he would go into the comic shop, and sometimes, comic shops do like a set for cheap, and that's what he would do. He would pick up the set. So if ever there's a run, it's because he bought it as a set. I don't think he was a guy who would go in there buying like on subscription or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because actually, some of them were bagged in the sets. He still had them in that bag.
Do you reckon he bought them to read on the road?
Do you know he might have done? He kept telling me that he bought them for the covers and they're unread.
Oh, blimey.
I mean, they do fit.
Really?
Most of them were not bagged and not boarded, but most of them are coming out near mint. So they've been in the boxes for so long. And I do believe that he hasn't read them. It's definitely believable.
He must have had more money than sense. I can't understand people who buy comics with no intention of reading them unless they're going to sell them on, of course.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know
that's the reason. But...
I've heard of a lot of people who like collected to read and then they got busy and stopped reading, but they still had the subscription going, so they still got them like that. But I haven't heard of anyone who just forever just bought them for the covers. But they were cheap. He did tell me that everything he bought was cheap.
Right.
So I think it was all like discounted sets in our equivalent of dollar bins and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't say no to.
They're not a bad reader either. The Authority are quite good reads. They're kind of like quite dark adult kind of stories.
Anything near mint is, I can stick it on the site and it's going to sell some of it sells at £3. Some of it doesn't sell till it's at £1, but it'll sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Wildstorm there got bought by DC.
Yeah. Some of these characters have appeared, haven't they, in DC Comics?
Yeah, they're making like a movie.
So I think Authority had quite a lot of these as well.
Yeah, they basically bought back these writers and artists from these indies and stuff. They basically bought them back when they bought their characters.
Well, that's a fancy cover with a reflection in her boobs.
Yeah.
What's that based on?
One of your fever dreams?
Huh?
One of your fever dreams?
Silver Surfer.
No, that's actually based on something rather important.
Not Metropolis, the movie.
Yes, that's exactly what that was.
What was that, Gray? Metropolis?
Yeah, the old silent movie with the robot woman kind of thing. Metropolis.
Yeah.
Metropolis, where they pulled the name for where Superman ended up.
Yeah.
Metal Man Placenta.
Platinum.
Pretty sure that's where that came from.
I think she's called the Engineer, that woman, or something like that. Do you remember what her name is? Something like the Engineer or the Mechanic or something like that. I can't remember now.
Metropolis is a general term for a major city, but I'm pretty sure that Siegel and Schuster decided to use that because of the movie.
They are very cool. I do like when art became very fine. You know, there's a lot of detail. I like the lot of detail in the stuff. You know, in the expressions on the faces, rather than just a single
hey, look, it's a newborn baby yanked out of the womb, still got the umbilical cord attached.
Cover slingers.
That looks like a baby fighting its way out of the womb.
Yeah, I think she's called Engineer, that woman. Let's have a quick Google.
Have you seen the Deadpool trailer?
Bits, I think, here and there. Can't remember now. I think so.
Looks ace.
Looking very forward to that movie. Been a couple of years since I've been looking forward to a superhero this much. Superhero movie.
Yeah, just Deadpool and Wolverine are two characters I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. Don't care much for them.
I think that whole movie is going to be all about the cameos, though. Everybody knows what to expect with awesome entertainment. Everybody knows what to expect with Deadpool and Wolverine, the characters, so the cameos will really make that movie.
Yeah, I dare say I'll get around to watching it eventually.
That looks like Deadpool.
That's the Grifter.
Oh, right.
The Grifter and Bad Rock.
We finished it all.
I'm pretty sure if you open up the front page of that, you're going to see a familiar name. I think there's a familiar name right there in the titles.
Who are we looking for?
Hilary Barta.
I don't even know who Hilary Barta is.
Oh, that's a shame. We've had him on the show a few times.
Is he an artist, a writer?
Yeah.
Yeah, artist. Is he in the credits?
I can't see it.
Huh. I thought that's the one he was in. There's Jim. Huh. I guess it wasn't that issue.
Swanderson, it says on the Swanderson, it says there.
Well, who is Swanderson?
I don't know.
You know who that is, don't you?
No.
Right? That's an amalgamation of Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson.
So even the signature's a joke then.
Yeah.
That's a nice boy.
Birthright. Oh my God. Are you trying to tell us something? Did you have a butthole baby while we weren't looking? You got an umbilical cord hanging out your
I'll check.
Yet another one. I mean, those are really good Image comics. You can't basically one step away from giving them away. They're bargain bin books, but I'm still waiting to see. I'd be impressed as hell if you pull up a newsstand price variant in one of those because he would have got that stateside. There's no way you guys got newsstands of Image over there.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he was collecting while he was on the road, but he might have been. I don't know. Blood Pool.
Blood Pool.
So busy, them covers.
Yeah, there's so much going on. You really have to study it to see what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I find the modern comics, the separation is hard as well. It's hard to separate the characters from each other.
Isn't that just
merge into each other somehow? Look at it. It's just like basically it's X-Force blinking reimagined.
Yeah,
it's like X-Force is different with the backpacks are in a different position, and they move the cybernetic parts around a little bit, but
yeah.
Brigade.
Oh, there's a on it.
Yeah,
Forbidden
if you come
Planet,
across
London,
the
125.
if you come across the new stand in that collection, please put it on my pile because that'd make it utterly unique. Huh?
What newsstand? Any newsstand?
Any newsstand on those images you're going through, because this is from the Freddie Mercury collection, right?
How am I going to recognize it? Just by a barcode?
There'll just be a newsstand on the front. They're nothing special, but that would be special considering where it came from. Like instead of $1 book, it'd be a $2 book.
Look at that woman's hips and legs, how they actually work in relation to her body. They just look bizarre.
There are no hips.
It's just
beware the cavernous minge.
It's just perverted for readers, isn't it? Perverted drawing. Not perverted. What's the right word?
Terrible.
Fantasized. Terrible, maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's sexualized.
To a certain degree, but yeah, definitely. I don't know.
You wouldn't say sexualized. Shit, she's pushing her butt out there. She's like somebody in the booty.
It's like a weird kind of like
distorted
idea of what these forms look like.
Distorted,
kind of thing.
yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Inverse perversion.
Deliberately distorted.
Yeah.
That's a leap.
Well, it's an attention getter. That's if you make it just plain, it looks kind of boring.
Well, you've got to appeal to the teenage boys.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Actually, when I was a kid buying comics, I don't think I bought any covers because it had good-looking women on them. In fact, I avoided the comics with women on them because I didn't want to. I didn't buy any Wonder Woman hardly. I'd buy Batman and Superman because those are the kind of ideals that you want as a kid. I want to be a superhero, I would like to be like Batman. You don't buy, I wasn't thinking, oh, that character's got a nice butt. I'm going to buy this comic book. Maybe it's more for the teenage kids. Yeah, Bub's comics. Anything with a bit of boob on it, we can call it Bub comic.
Bub is how you say boob in Kentucky.
Yeah. Straight force.
Come here, kitty.
This feels different.
That whole Image thing, they were so formulaic. Every team that come up, they had a Wolverine-like character, they'd have a Cable-like character. They had a Captain America kind of character on there. Someone with cybernetics, sexy woman for whatever.
What's the deal with these? Is this a different universe?
Yeah, that's Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. I've heard of Ghost, but I have no idea what she's about.
Yeah. Like her first appearance is kind of major, and that's in some random book. But then you're back to Wildstorm, which got bought by DC.
Yeah,
those are all over the place.
And everyone had robot arms.
Yeah.
Exactly. And more backpacks than you can, pouches that you can shake a stick at. Coven.
I think I've got a couple of those Covens autographed by random people. That's Ian Churchill art.
Pumpkins. That might be a theme.
Pumpkin cover, yeah.
There's plenty with the Hobgoblin and stuff. And
Wait, now I've got some underground books with some Blumpkin covers on them. Could we do that?
No.
You ever had a Blumpkin, Darren?
I don't even know what it is.
Don't ask me what it means.
All right, it's one of those ones, is it?
One of those things.
If Carl's talking about it, that look on his face, it's something we don't want to hear about.
It's a Matilda thing you wouldn't understand.
I mean, it is like the art on these is of a certain level, but they all just seem to be the same, you know. But as you said,
they're all understudies. You got to realize anybody doing the art are the image understudies, the Marat Michaels and stuff. You got McFarlane's understudies doing his books, LaField's understudies doing his books, Jim Lee's understudies doing his books. Those are the guys that caught up, that were trained by those guys. That's why they're emulating their art, because they were their understudies.
Danger Unlimited.
You keep this up, you're going to pull out a issue 21 of.
Now those are quite funny. Those guys, the Deadly Duo. They're a good read. They are, for a bit of laugh. They're very comedic, very comedic. The guy on the left, he's from the future. And he wanted to go back in time to the era that he liked. So he loves 70s disco and all that. But unfortunately, he turns up in the 90s. So he's wearing his flares and completely landed in the wrong era. And the other guy, Killcat, is just a bit of a joke, really. But it's good humor in them comics. What are you eating under there? Is somebody eating? I'm not eating. You're not eating, are you,
yet again. Oh my God, those are so good. Those Divine Right books are so good.
Really?
Just incredible art.
Carl, what were you on about issue 21? Are you talking about John Byrne's Next Men or something?
Yeah, Next Men. I'm just waiting for you to pop up with Next Men 21.
Well, we're only on letter D. We've got a lot. It might be in this box, but I think I had 2 full boxes.
I always thought that was called Doom's 3, but looking at it now, it looks like it's Doom's 4.
Doom's 4, yeah.
Underwear, Scotty, I know what you're talking about.
He got you to say underwear. Ha 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 ha.
Right, at the end of the letter D, let's move to someone else.
Yeah.
At the end of the D, so we're just going to do the tip.
Oh, this was English Marvel.
Yeah, there you go. And if you open that up, that's Des Skin editor. Yep, you said underwear.
Okay.
Well, it probably would have been, but you know what? I'm not sure that they actually did. They? No, it's Richard Starkins.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, the editor, isn't he?
Simon Furman. Wow. Huh.
Or the publisher, I guess he'd be under publisher.
I got a full one of the DV8.
Yeah, DV8. I was going to say, how do you pronounce the name of that one?
I think that Deskin might have been out of Marvel UK at that time, because that was quite late, I think, in Marvel UK's time.
I got a full one of DV8 that I'm trying to flog, but it's like I've been too lazy to probably try and sell them, to be honest. So many comics I need to sell. Come and get
Elementals.
That's the end of D. That's the end of D.
Right, let's go to K then.
All right. Impressed the shit out of me. What year was this printed?
Well, that reprint.
That's 50-cent reprint. So that would be about
1983.
I'm giving you a clue.
50 years. 38, so 88.
88. Yeah, this is a 1988 reprint. I was trying to be subtle about that. Yeah, that's a 1988 reprint of that, which ironically enough is what? Closing in on 50 years again? So, or 40 years.
Another 28, yeah.
That's the year my dad was born, 38.
It's the Millennium Edition, but what's special about this issue?
Well, the reprint.
All-Star Comics
What's the
number
original
8.
one? It's not the first JSA, is it?
All-Star Comics number 8.
Not first JSA?
Nope. First JSA
First
was
Sandman?
issue 3.
First Spectre?
Nope.
First Hawkman?
Bigger character. And not on the cover.
Dr. Fate?
Bigger character.
Like really big character.
Really big.
What, Superman joined it
Wonder
or something?
Woman? No, not
Wonder Woman.
Wonder
That's
Woman.
the first appearance of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I was trying to keep that out of there too.
Makes the job
Oh,
makes
not
it
the top as well, yeah.
I thought she was in Sensational Comics or something like that.
Sensation Comics 1 came out a month later.
That's the first Robin, isn't it?
First Robin, Toys R Us variant.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
First Batgirl.
I've had at least 2, maybe 3 of those found by buying collections, but I haven't had one for a long while.
The Toys
I've
R
got
Us
mine.
variants.
I've got my copy of that now, but it's very low grade. It's got some
It's
scuffs.
good to
got
have
some
a
marks.
copy, Greg.
I
I've got
can't
two
believe
things
how
about
valuable
reprint.
these are now. The Millennium Editions.
Or even the
With them.
what the reprint editions are valuable.
They're like $5 or $10 now.
I instantly sell them, Gray, as soon as I get them.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a guy who said, when you get them, call me. I want them all. So I've got a
Yeah, I
waiting
quite
list.
like picking up a reprint
Yeah,
every now and
again.
again, just because you're not going to be able to afford the original. To get a reprint is cool.
I wanted
last
for a
issue
long
was
time to
Colin.
get all the last issues of these. I've got a lot of the last issues from the 80s. Look familiar yet not familiar?
Yeah, it's a homage to the big one where he's breaking the chains in it.
Yeah.
Is it Kryptonite No More or something?
Yeah. These are kind of random, even though they're in order.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Darren, did you do this one?
No, that's not. It's the same kind of thing, but it's not my label. No, my label's way more fancy than that.
all the labels he's going to send you, Carl, got FU written on them.
Yeah. Some random lenticulars.
You know, Gray, you can't ever sell your collection, right?
Why is that?
Because you're going to give me such a bad name. Do you know why?
Because I put all the dodgy copies in old bags with your stickers on them. They're
People
going to
like,
say, how'd they give them that right? That great. Sometimes I
Well,
put stickers on.
You know anybody looking for a mint condition run of these?
Is that the...
That's Hush.
They're
Isn't
quite valuable, some of them, aren't they? It's Jim Lee, isn't it? Is it Jim Lee or is it because you've got the new red hood?
Hush.
This will be the Jim Lee Hush series. Now, I've got 619, the Riddler chest variant too, but that's a beater copy.
I sold a few of those myself because I got some copies of some doubles of them. They weren't super expensive though.
This is a mint run of the whole series. Red once.
When that was out when it was coming out live on the newsstands, the value shot up immensely just there and then. It was like crazy money, and they've dropped way back now.
I don't know why.
Bought these off the shelf. Red once. The second copy there, I didn't. But
this is getting to the year when Batman's starting getting too stupid for me. Like when Joker was wearing his own face stapled to his head, and I don't care how fucking mad you are, that's gonna hurt. Hey, who invited this guy in? What's going on? Look who it is.
Yeah, man! Yay! How you doing?
It's the original.
How you guys doing?
I'm actually up doing DC Comics.
The man who makes great art and buys great art. How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Not much,
Everything's
mate.
good.
Just showing some comics.
There's the regular 619. Like I said, I got the Riddler chest variant in my variant box.
Don't spill your Coke on the comics now, man.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What is significant about
I'm actually that way. Way over that way.
What is significant about this book?
Reappearance of Dr. Fate. First art by First art by Oh God, the guy who did the image. It's Todd McFarlane. That's it. Is it his first art?
Yeah.
It's his first art, is it?
41 back there.
We'll take that as a yes. He's not answering.
In their own comic at last.
Yeah, but that's after my time in collecting. After 40 cents is when 35 cents is when I last collected. 40 cents is when I stopped collecting.
Let me pull a Rayman here. What's the difference in this and this?
Turn around again.
One's the newsstand and one's not.
Yeah.
Direct to newsstand.
Newsstand and direct, because I did a Ray there. Injustice Year 3.
Into Constantine.
What happened to Rayman? How come he's not here? What happened to?
I don't know. Not heard from him. He must be busy tonight.
Oh, about Roger? Roger's not here.
The Amanda Connor cover.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. These are modern books. Are you still getting modern stuff?
Well, modern as in 2006. The last time I bought a comic off the rack was 2006.
Is that Kevin Smith? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he write well?
Oh God, yeah. He
writes
like a loving fan.
Back in a minute, I'll gasp it. I'll get some water. Ugh.
He writes like a loving fan. That's what he writes like. I think this is like the first 10 or 12 issues of Quiver. I just got stuff stacked up in here. He did that with Phil Hester, who's from Indianapolis here.
Is that a pretend monster?
I don't even remember anymore. Because again, read once, bagged and boarded, straight out of my collection off the rack. So now these won't be straight off my collection off the rack. Batman Giant 73, 223. Oh, need Gray to get back and getting his water, because if he's needing any of these, I don't have any trouble setting them aside for him. For the most part. DC Comic Essentials, a reprint of Year 1. Where you at, Graham?
Oh, he went to get some water.
Well, that's my cat's hollering for me. Yeah, I figured he'd be kind of interested in some of these I got coming up here. Because I do jump back in time a little bit here. Ah, shit, I jump all over the place, but... Yeah, pretty. Now, this one I don't think I'd come up too cheaply, even though it's not in that great a shape, but $238.
DC Super Spectacular. Oh, but that's actually just one of the Batman. It's just Batman.
Batman 238, yeah. 223, 238. Had all these at one point. I don't know where they all went. All the oversized and the Manhunter stories. That's the start of the Manhunter stories. Readers.
It is great. I'm gonna run and get some water now.
Looking good.
100-page detectives.
Yeah, nice.
I wanted to see these two Batmans in case you.
Ooh.
Yeah. Totally, the Batman books are so much more expensive than Superman, for example.
Why is that?
Random 60
no,
pages. Why did I just see another one back there?
I prefer a Superman book anyways.
Yeah, I do like a Superman book. It's nice to get the Batman books as well, but what can you do?
Yeah, I don't mind Batman books, just that.
House of Mystery 226.
I'm a Superman man fan first.
227. Giant size Justice League 58.
These are giant size.
67. World's Finest 224. $228. Captain Marvel 12. Or Shazam 12 and 13.
Damn.
Hey, Greyman, where do you think might be easier to hunt, in UK or in USA?
I'm pretty sure the USA must be a lot better for hunting.
16.
I see people's hauls and they're showing comic books and they're saying, "Oh, this was $1 comic," and it's like that would have cost £5 over here at least, you know.
USA is so cheap,
and like, even like your Golden Age, for example. I see people pick up Golden Age in some shops, and I don't think I've ever seen any Golden Age really in a shop in the UK.
What's unique about that one?
I don't even know what that one is.
Is that one we got a broken spine? It's uniquely horrible. What is it?
If memory serves me right, this started a fairly modern craze.
I don't even recognize the character or anything.
First version cover? First version cover?
First, it's A1.
Okay, I don't.
Virgin cover.
Cool.
Well, that's the first.
And I don't even know why this is in here because I'm pretty sure A1's Atomic. This is A1's pulled a lot of British guys, but there's Glenn Fabray, but that started the like Virgin cover, no color, no.
Hey, I guessed it. Cool.
Well done.
Probably should get this one signed.
Hero Squared. Oh, Giffen and DeMatteis.
Yeah, it's a DeMatteis special. So.
Yeah.
All right, who's saying what? And while I'm sitting like this, your comics are bigger than our house. There you go. A must read, just a flat out must read.
Black
Orchid. Yeah, I've got that series. I didn't fancy it much, to be honest. The art was all right, but I just even the art was a bit me.
Flat out must read.
Too kind of like, I don't know.
It's heady. I mean, you gotta want to read that kind of game and stuff, but it is.
Isn't it all a bit trippy and all a bit spacey, like kind of like?
Yeah.
Is it not all like a bloody psychedelic trip or something? I can't remember now, but I remember not being that much of a fan when I read it.
DC Special 20.
After that DC Special run, I've still got a few of them I need.
Is this one of them?
I think I've got that one. It's got.
Is it micro stuff? Is it micro stuff?
Yep, micro.
Okay.
Oh yeah, cool.
It's got a good origin thing in there. I was gonna make a video of it at one point, but I get lazy. I see things if I don't make a good video,
Another great underrated series.
I had that Gilgamesh. I think my ex-girlfriend had it. I left it with her, and I've never replaced it. But I did have it back in the day.
A pretty good. Again, it's a heady series, but
hey, James Thomas.
I'm just going to finish this box while I'm sitting here because it's all I've got. Here's kind of an important book, if I can keep holding them.
Oh, yeah, I got that one.
I got sent about the first 10 of them by Man Cave Comics. He sent me like the first 10 of them to run.
10.
I don't
and
have
then ironically, the harder ones to get a hold of, there's like 32. Wonder Woman 300.
That's one of the few Wonder Womans I bought as a kid, that one.
World's Finest 206.
Yeah, I think I got that one.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to push through this box because I'm doing the one and then scampering downstairs and staying there to smoke.
Okay.
First DC issue.
Yeah, the Super Team Family Giant. I'm trying to collect that now.
Yay, Jimmy Olsen stuff.
You got this Jimmy Olsen 122?
I think I have. Let me just quickly check.
So the Super Team Family, you're trying to get those?
Yeah, Super Team Family Giants I'm trying to get because the Super Team Family carries on, I think, from Jimmy Olsen, does it? There's a lot of numbers in that one. So I'm just going for the Super Team Family Giant, which is like 12 or 15 issues, something like that.
Are you in need of one?
122 I've got. What, Super Team Family? Let's have a look. Super Team, I think I do need that
Number one. That's number one.
Is this on your want list?
Super Team Family number 1. Yes, on my want list, yeah.
All right, well, then it's on the gray pile.
Kyle,
Cheers, mate.
Why does that say first DC issue? Who the hell was it before that?
Tarzan? Who was it? I missed it. Or was that Super Team?
Our Army at War Giant.
Someone asked me the other day, and I could not give an absolute definitive answer. Someone said, what does DC stand for?
Detective Comics.
Detective Comics, yeah.
And that's what it stands for.
Yeah,
100%
because
nailed on.
DC is actually National Periodical.
Yeah.
But the DC stands for that.
What happened there?
4-star Spectacular number 1.
Cool.
DC Superstars number 1.
That's another one I started on, DC Superstars.
Is this on your want list?
Oh no, I think it is. Let me just think. I'm not even sure.
Number 1.
Did I write it down? I'm not sure I even written it
Those
down.
are all mid-grade. These are all mid-grades at best. So.
Number 1 is on my list, yeah.
Do you find them easy to get?
Right. All right,
thank you.
Pile. I ain't got too many more in this box. I'm just going to finish this box out. Yet again, another one. Just good.
I've
got that run.
Just good.
Ray, do you find those old ones, those old fat ones, do you find them easy to find?
These
not always,
just speak for themselves.
So they go for a bit of money as well, the thick ones. The 100 pages, they get a big kick in how much they cost.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Kingdom Come is a good run.
Some Chaikin Blackhawks.
All right. I like the Daft Black Hawks, the blinking Silver Age Madness ones, because they're so silly. They're ridiculous.
Last stack.
They make me laugh. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this is Giffen.
Silverhawks.
Bill, I think Bill is writing that intro for Steve Rude tomorrow.
Cool.
Totems number 1. OMAC number 1. Now, we saw him earlier. Didn't know people knew this actually happened. There's a little Ash crossing over with Azrael. Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti crossover.
I'm not sure if I've got that Azrael and Ash. I think I might have in my Azrael box, but don't quote me on it. I can't remember for sure. Grendel and Batman.
I'm still waiting for somebody to snatch up my insanely rare Grendel and Batman. Release. Random. The Crusades. Dark Knight 2. Yep, I'm starting to drop stuff everywhere. I'm just trying to get through this stack.
Okay, we can get an armband if you want.
Actually, I'm this close. I'm just getting through it, and then I'm done showing.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to remember who the hell this is. This is a variant cover, but I can't remember who the hell that is. Dead Enders. What is this is the reprint, but what is so unique and special about that right there?
Oh, that's another one that the guy stole for his art and got loads of money for it, is it?
Nope. This is one of those $500 DC originals with Jim Steranko doing love stories in it.
Wow.
Of course, this is the reprint, but Another absolute classic.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Wagner. And then I don't say this too many times about DC books, but in this box that had quite a bit. And then just for shits and giggles, wrap it up with
oh yeah, I got that full run of that one. That's good run.
And then I can say acquainted with, have written stories with is from Indiana, right up the road here. I'm trying to read these backwards and upside down.
What are you trying to read?
My friend. That is my friend right there. I am actually friends with Romeo Tango. So that's cool. A brag book to me because I knew a lot of those guys in there personally. That's a good run. That's that box. As well. Cool. That's me participating in what's in the box.
Anything new recently, Norman? Other than some art? Have you got any money left after all that art that you bought?
Yeah, I have a low budget now, but I did go to Half Price bookstore near town and got me a Stephen King book 5. Wolves of the
Kal-El. Never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's the Stephen King, the Dark Tower series.
Oh, Dark Tower series, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Evil Mike and I and a few others are doing every Saturday. So featuring these books. Here's I got this, and I try to negotiate the price from the.
Oh man!
Trap in the past.
Interesting.
Let me see. I got that. I collect classic comic books.
Right.
This is a Jules Burns, one of the Jules Burns story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
one of the real early science fiction guys.
Yeah, Jules Burns. I love Jules Burns.
Was it Rocket to the Moon, or what is it called, that one? First Man on the Moon?
Something to the Moon. I gotta take this.
Labels on like that. I hate people who put labels in a bag you can't get off. That really annoys me. You can't
from the Earth to the Moon. From Earth
to the Moon.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me then, Gray.
Most of your labels come off easy normally.
Lush.
I needed to order some more, and the ones that they sent don't come off.
Giant size Lush. So.
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah. Superboy, the funeral cover.
One of many.
Yeah.
One of many where Clark Kent is dead, but Superboy is mourning him. It's like, okay, what's going on there?
How about some weird mystery from DC? Some weird mystery.
Oh, yeah, cool. I ain't seen that one before. Half woman, half moth.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Going on the great pile.
Oh, cheers, mate.
2 number 1s.
Lovely jubbly.
Congratulations, Gray. Witching Hours.
Cool. Oh, that guy's been grabbed by the head, isn't he?
Oh, by the neck. Yeah. By the neck.
You don't look good for him, whatever.
Another Witching Hours.
I love all the blinking, the Bronze Age horrors. The covers are just fantastic. I love them.
And then Action Comic.
The Monster. You really are, okay.
I finally unmasked you for the monster. You really are.
I ain't seen that one before. I haven't got that one. That's cool.
Another Action Comic.
Nice. The man who was buried on page 64.
And then Huey, Dewey, Louie.
Are they wearing Russian hats? Oh, they're raccoon skin hats, isn't they?
Yeah, but raccoon skin hat when they're Boy Scout type stuff.
I put it in them Russian hats for a minute with the badges on them. You know, the big ones they wear, and the ears come down.
15 cents for $3, not bad. Another Action Comics. Hey, got me a Lois Lane cover.
Oh yeah, good one. Never, he's my baby. Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah.
70s, that's 70s, Lois.
Hey, since I'm up here and we're just talking about him, let me get large 1 second real quick. Show you something fun. Oh my God, I love that.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Spoof
cool.
number 1. Or is that number? That's number 4.
Number four.
That's Blackula.
But is this count as a Christmas book?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I guess so.
So, in regards to your Classics Illustrated earlier, you can't really tell by the spine. The spine's pretty well chipped away.
Yeah.
But
Jules Verne. Oh, yeah.
Cool, Jules Verne. All right.
What is different about this?
Oh, tour of the world in 80 days rather than around the world in 80 days. Was that the original title?
The first print, the first print is actually French, and it's called Tour of the World in 80 Days in French. The first English translation of it, it's called Tour of the World in 80 Days.
Oh, really?
If you ever want to know if you've got an Around the World in 80 Days first print, it's actually called Tour of the World in 80 Days.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Before it became Around the World in 80 Days.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that book.
Is that worth something? That's got to be worth
This is
something.
the first English print. It came out 6 months after the original, but it's the first one printed in English.
Cool.
Is that not worth a few bob then? Some of those, mind you, it's a low grade one.
Honestly, I could find, I could probably get $500-600 for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So because it's first edition Jules Verne, but he pulled up a Jules Verne, and I'm like, hey, I've got a first edition Jules Verne.
Books can be crazy.
So, okay, go back to him.
Yeah.
But since we're talking
books
about
can be
Jules
crazy
Verne.
in prices. Like even like first prints of Harry Potter are worth hundreds of thousands. Apparently, it's crazy.
So I do collect bicentennial books.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter if it comes in matte, but. Okay. This is a pretty damaged book, but still, for $3 it ain't bad for Bronze Age man. And you got
to use that for. Could use that for Rabbit's theme week.
Yeah, and Magic Week, and the Magic Week.
I know. It's a roll full of different uses.
You got any Pizza Week?
I had pizza drawn now. Oh, I used to collect the odd Mad and Cracked when I was a kid, but I haven't got any of them anymore. I think magazines just because I used to get Epic magazine as well, like every month.
I love Epic magazine, Heavy Metal magazine. I love those. So.
I never got Heavy Metal, but I got Epic, and I don't know, it just fell to pieces. I didn't have any bags and boards or anything. I don't know how. But like now, I've got like 2 of them left or so with loose covers. I think
come on, man, look at that.
Away or
you
something.
gotta
I don't know. But
if you're a Star Trek fan, you gotta have that. So I'm done for I'm done for the round. I could show you other books, but you wanna go to the next guy? Or?
Okay, I'll go back to me then. Right, so this box, as I said, there's lots of good stuff, lots of stuff that I really like. Signal Dial H, and the rest of this box is mainly made up of Blue Beetle, one of my faves. First off, here's a picture that Zlata did for me, Matilda Gothika. There's
okay, cool.
Ted called Blue Beetle. But I'm trying to get the early ones as well. So here's an AC, American Comics appearance of him. American Comics Special #1, Sentinels of Justice. You got
Great, man. You like what's your favorite character if I was going to draw you something?
I'm terrible at saying. I can't rate, but I always say either Demon or Blue Beetle, Ted called. That's what I always say, but I mean, I don't know. I like them a lot, but do I like them more than other characters? I don't know. I just like them a lot.
Are you looking for the AC Blue Beetles?
I didn't know there was any. I mean, this is all I've seen. I haven't got a list of them or anything. I don't know.
I've got a couple of them back here. When I go through the box, I'll just pull them out for you.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was any more appearances on this one. I just saw it on a random. Oh, I'll get that. I'm sure he's on in the right order. What's going on here? I'm sure.
So I just throw you a low sling.
If it was an easy box to get into while I was up here, I'd get it, but I got to do some crawling to get into that one. So just remind me.
These are all out of order. I don't know what I've done here. Sorry, somehow I've messed up my comic books. I don't understand what I've done here. Why is that like that? I'm just going to go in the order that they're in and try and work it out later. Let's leave that one to the side. For some reason, we now go to number 5 of the Blinking Charlton run. That's not in the right order, so I don't know why number 5 is suddenly here. Let's try and see what I've managed to do here. Let's see. Oh, right, hold on. I think I've got it. Let's just work out what I've done. I think I've just put the wrong ones on top of each other. Let's start again, shall we? Right, so let's start with this one. So I'm trying to get the original Blue Beetle in this run. It's in this is a Charlton. I think it's a reprint of an earlier one. But as Dan Garrett, I'm gonna have to sort this box out before I put it back because I've got everything all mixed up in order. I think. Here's another old one. Dan Garrett. I need a couple more of this run. Mentor the Magnificent. I have the source of your power. Now the world will feel my wrath. It's the praying mantis man, back for vengeance. Look at his face. From ancient Egypt it came, to enslave the world, the eye of Horus.
Waterfall cover.
Oh, yeah. Right, here's a Captain Atom one. The death knell of the world. Right, now this is Captain Atom with the first appearance of the Blue Beetle in it. So this is the first appearance of Ted called Blue Beetle, I believe. But then I got Charlton Bullseye. A couple of issues of them because one's got Blue Beetle.
Very cool.
And the Question. And here's one with Captain Atom. Right, now we've got Blue Beetle's own book, which is this one is the first appearance of the Question. This was a weird one because I was doing videos when I first started doing it in 2018, and I bought this, and then later on I couldn't remember if I had it or not. And I was like, did I buy that or did I dream that I bought it? And I had no idea where it was, and I had to go searching through it to try and pick out where it was. I managed to find it eventually. I was like, oh yeah, I did have it. I'm so glad I've got this. But for some reason, I'd forgotten that I'd bought it, and I wasn't sure if I did buy it or if I just dreamt that I bought it.
Is it old age or is it too many comic books?
Yeah, it's not a good sign for my future memory. I got to say, I do that sometimes, though. You think you can't remember if it's a memory you're remembering, or you're just remembering a dream.
I think it's too many comic books, and also when you go, like you said before, when you go to someone else's channel and watch their comic books.
Yeah,
I have that one, you know.
At the times, I'll see a comic and I think, oh, I've got that comic book, but I haven't. I've just seen it on lots of other people's channels, but I don't actually have it myself. It's so annoying. Right, and here's when he came over to DC. And the reason I like him, Ted called Blue Beetle, is because this is from '86. And when I was a kid, I didn't get that many comic books because I didn't get much pocket money. My mum had four kids, no husband, so we didn't get much pocket money basically. So the only comics I got mostly was British comics that my dad got me. And when I went to see him at the weekend, like every other weekend, I'd see my dad, and my 2000 ADs and my Wizard and Chips would be waiting for me when I got there. My UK comics. Occasionally, I'd have some pocket money, and all the comics that I bought was in the New Agents and around the corner from where my dad lived. So if I had like a 50p or something, I'd go and pick up a few comics. And this was back in the days, like I'd never got a run of comics. I couldn't afford to get one. So it was just literally my early comic books was like a Batman here, a Superman there, just whatever I fancy on the shelves when I had the money, Like Flash was one I quite liked buying back in the day. So this was the first run that I got from start to finish of any comic book. I think so. That's why it's very like near and dear to me. In fact, I remember when it come to end this run, it said that this is the last one. I'm like, what do you mean last one? Because every time I go in the comic book shop as a kid, Batman was always there. Flash was always there. Green Lantern. I didn't realize the comic books ended. You know what I mean? And when they said this is the last comic book, I was like, what do you mean it's the last comic book? Well, how can that be? It doesn't make any sense. That's just goes to that's. And then when he went to Justice League America, I hated it to start off with for a long time because they'd made him into a joke. You know, I liked it. He was in this comic book. He was like he had a bit of patter like Spider-Man does. He'd make a joke and a quip to like throw the enemy off their game kind of thing. But then when he went to Justice League of America, and it was like it was more of a blinking humor comic than a superhero comic almost, and I just didn't like it. It really rankled me because I liked Blue Beetle, Ted Cord as a serious good character. So for a long while I wasn't happy with that. And I stopped collecting it after a few issues. I've got a few issues. I stopped collecting it, and I ain't getting it. I'm taking the piss out of Blue Beetle. But later on, I did end up collecting it all, and I can appreciate it now for what it is, like as a humor comic book. But but back in the day, it really grinded my gears because I was really annoyed with how they treated Blue Beetle.
By the way, the UK ever had their own comic book magazine company like DC or Marvel?
No, we did have lots of comics. UK, most of them were like kids' humor comics with strips. They'd be weekly. Yeah, there'd be war comics.
Football.
Yeah, we had a few, and then we had some science fiction ones come along like 2000 AD.
And there was some for girls.
Yeah, girls had comics as well.
Some for girls.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite a lot for girls.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if you ever read the girls' comic Misty, but that was scary. That was creepy as heck.
That's a pricey comic because it was very well done. I can't. Yeah. I think it was by a really excellent writer who we would know the writer, but I can't remember who the hell it was.
Well, there was lots of different stories in it, so I'm guessing it was different writers doing different stories. But
I'm going to look it up.
My sister had a Misty comic, and I remember reading it, and it was a girl gets turned into a tree. And for some reason, it really gave me the willies when I read it. It really frightened me. I was like, oh, it just like give me a chill, And I remember I can still remember it to this day. This young innocent girl, for some weird reason, being turned into a tree, and it just really it was like creepy. Anyway, here's the new Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes. He's all right, but
Pat Mills.
He's no Ted Cord. Sorry?
Pat Mills was one of the big writers.
Oh, yeah, of course. Pat Mills.
He did Charlie's War.
Yeah, he did a lot of 2000 AD stuff. Heck of a lot. So the thing with Blue Beetle, the original guy Dan Garrett, he had the Scarab. They gave him powers which were like magic-y based, seemed like they were magic. And for some reason, Ted Cord, because he didn't have the magic password, Kajidar, I think it is, to get the powers of the Scarab, he had to rely on his own training and agility. Yeah, exactly. They trashed the character when it comes to Justice League of America. But anyway, so Ted Cord wasn't able to use the Scarab with its magical abilities. And then after they killed off Ted Cord and the Scarab suddenly was, I think it was the explosion of the Rock of Ages during the Days of Vengeance or something of Vengeance, was when some crisis was going on, all these different things were going on. Spectre had gone mad. Eclipso was now... Ray Palmer's wife, Jean Loring, had become Eclipso. Spectre no longer had a host. And they blew up the Rock of Ages. For some reason, the Scarab went flying and it landed on Jaime Reyes and stuck to the back of his neck, which was never a thing for Dan Garrett. And then suddenly they decided he's now an alien. It's now an alien in origin. They changed the origin of the Scarab and made it an alien artifact. Did you guys watch the Blue Beetle movie? I didn't mind the Blue Beetle movie. Actually.
It was all right. It was all right.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I finally watched Wonder Woman 1984, and I'm easily pleased, and I didn't like it.
I didn't like that one either. I like the first one. I love the
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched the Dead Boy Detectives on Netflix. Don't know if you guys know that comic book or the characters. No. But it's not a bad Netflix series. 8 parts.
I think
I'd recommend it.
84. They tried too many things at once. Man.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting throwback. Rotting Hell Reach. If anyone knows what that's parodying or homaging, that's the death of Ted Cord when he says Rotting Hell Max before he gets shot in the head. If you look at one of my earliest videos on YouTube, it's actually a homage to Blue Beetle. It's like a lot of Blue Beetle covers with like some music down the back of it, and it's got Rotting Hell Max at the end of it, something like that. But that's one of my early videos that I did on YouTube. It's like my little tribute to Blue Beetle.
This little YouTube video should be fun. It might be used as jury evidence because while I got the twitches trying to put away them dishes, I cracked another one of my wife's nice dishes. Cracked another one of her nice plates. She's gonna rip me a new asshole tonight.
Okay.
This might be using a court of law if your body goes missing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell on you unless you send me that Jew bun book.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We can all blackmail him. The evidence is getting sent to the missus unless you.
Yeah. She tells me when I feel like this, I don't have to do the extra work, and I tell her, "Honey, you're at work. I'm not gonna have you come home from a 10-hour work day and do more work." But then I break dishes, so
it's a shame
because I had a stupid attack. That was about the dumbest thing I could have done to sit up there and gone through a whole box of comics. But
it's got you all twitching now. It's got
that was fun.
Right,
so what I show that you need, Naman?
Huh?
What I show that you need?
I'm just kidding, man. I want that Jules Burns book, but I don't want to take that from your hand.
I've got something for Naman.
Yeah.
Jules Burns book. Jules Burns.
Oh, John Burns stuff, yeah.
No, Jules Burns. Jules Burns.
Naman, have you seen this?
Man, oh yeah.
That's a British one, isn't it?
It's a British one. It says the seventh annual edition of The Worst from Mad. So that's some kind of a compendium. But it is the British edition. It's called The Worst from Mad, 7th annual, 19... God. I don't know. Well, the latest thing it references is 1964, so it's pretty old.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people forget where Mad came from. You know where Mad came from?
Where did Mad come from?
EC Comics.
Oh, DC Comics?
The last survivor of EC Comics.
Oh, EC. Oh, you have I love EC Comics, man.
We've seen this one before on Geeky Weekly.
Out with the things.
It's a poster still inside. And I don't know what this says. What? Oh, no.
You got 2 posters there, I think.
Yeah, it's like a book of posters. What the hell?
Post nasal
filth.
Bad health.
That's a play on banned filth.
Okay.
Nasal drip. Post nasal drip.
Pay toilets, Liz Taylor.
Taylor Nathan's. That's weird.
Yeah, those are valuable. That makes that more valuable just because those are still in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying.
That's probably a $25 book.
Topical Fish, IBM. I don't get it, but they sound.
They're all word plays on classic protest posters.
Yeah.
But this book is absolutely battered. I mean, look, that's water damage on the back
And
cover.
it's probably, with the posters intact, if they're not damaged, that's probably still worth 25 to 50 quid.
No way.
Yeah. Because they're impossible to find with them posters still in them. They're not hard to find books. They're just impossible to find with the posters still in them.
And that's a British copy, right?
No,
Yeah, but,
it's not the Pence version, is it?
Yeah.
It is a Pence version. So
Yeah, and I think
it's a little rare.
Well, I think that Mad had a US run, and I think that the UK run was not just changed the price; it was totally different.
Right.
They were off by an issue. They were off by one issue.
Is that all it was, Kyle?
That's all I've seen in them. I've got multiples upstairs of identical issues of the UK and the American, and they're just off by one issue.
This is crazy.
I mean, they may intersperse some things. Those may have been from the Mad Special book, and even though those are British priced, those are still printed through EC. Those are still
I don't know.
America.
They kind of look familiar to me, but I don't quite get it. I mean,
yeah,
I remember seeing those.
That right there is worth a lot of money.
Down with the good taste.
Those are impossible to find, and you've got every one of them in there.
Well, yeah, but look, I mean, honestly, look at the cover. You can see all the water damage.
The cover's not what's important. You can get that book without them for like $3, $4, $5, but you can't get that book with the posters for less than 50.
Now, man, there's another one for you.
Build up
your ego with Mad.
That's again a number 22, but it's 2 shillings.
Yeah.
Cool.
Again,
well, see now where it differs there. Number 22 of Mad was actually still the comic book. Number 23 became the magazine, so they're actually reprinting other stuff in that one, more than likely.
Downstairs, again, I've shown it before on Geeky Weekly. Somewhere, I've got a bag with like a huge bunch of the UK Mad in.
Yeah.
Then this one just in the same pile.
Hey, Greyman.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, and that's.
I thought you were seriously asking me a question. I didn't realize you were trying to say that was me. Cheers, mate.
That's Forrest Ackerman stuff.
No, man.
Yeah, that's Forrest Ackerman stuff. Somebody's got to be a real collector to be wanting that Forrest Ackerman stuff.
Right, back to the indies.
Now, is this still from? That's all from Freddie.
Yeah. There were in total there were about 8 long boxes, and I think 2 of them were indies.
The movie stuff for that, there's the first Comico book. There's the movie stuff for the Elementals has been in development hell since like 1989. They've been trying to make that movie for decades.
Now, man, do you know what we mean when we talk about the Queen, the Freddie Mercury collection?
Sounds like a Queen.
Yeah. I went to buy a collection, and the guy I bought it from was a roadie for Queen.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I jokingly refer to it as the Freddie Mercury collection, but it's not really Freddie's.
But Freddie could have touched any number of those books.
I wish it was Freddie's collection.
Those are the very early Comico books. Comico, everybody calls it Comico, but I call it Comico.
I call it Comico.
Yeah, I was pretty Comico as well. Comico sounds like it's Korean or something, like a Korean name or something, or a Japanese word. Comico.
Japanese, more Japanese. Comico.
More Japanese. Comico. Doesn't it? Yeah. It sounds to me. It sounds like it could be a Japanese word.
But that's what helped launch Comico Comics was the Elementals and Bill Willingham and.
Yeah, I love Queens.
Lesson here. I'll tell you what. though, if he got these off the rack while he was touring with Queen right then, I'd have been in seventh heaven on those Queen tours.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, and those are the relaunch series. You can tell by the different header and the glossier books. They have been trying to get that off the ground as far as a developed property for ever.
It's a graphic novel.
That's an insanely popular series with comic creators because it's so good. It's such a good independent.
Elephant Men.
Elephant Man.
Someone showed some Elephant Men the other day. I saw someone showing us
And
some
that's
Elephant Men.
one of the line drawn covers. Elric and
Elric.
Melnabone. P. Craig Russell. Mike Kaluta.
I got a bunch. I've got to be one of the only people in the world who's got a bunch of Elric comics given to them by someone called Elric. Hey,
Is
Jackson.
he Richard but Spanish?
Jackson.
Sorry?
Is he Richard but Spanish?
No, Elric. No, that's his name because his dad. He's my housemate. He lives with me. His dad was a big fan of Hawkwind, and Michael Moorcock did a lot of art and stuff and collaborations with Hawkwind. And also, he was a fan of the books as well. So he bought a lot of the comic books when he was around. And when he passed, Elric gave them all to me.
Cool.
And there's so much in here that I've never even heard of.
Michael Moorcock stories.
The Establishment. Strange
That's
cover.
like Freddy Krueger, but with syringes.
Fingers. Oh, yeah. It's his fingers. Yeah, I didn't realise that. You heard of Edward Scissorhands?
yeah.
That's his uncle. Albert String's fingers.
Eternal Warrior. If you have issue 9 of that, that's worth looking into.
Why? What's special about issue 9?
Somebody's first appearance. I don't even remember what it is now. I'm just trying to remember my name now.
Jukebox covers.
Like 9 is like the first
appearance. Oh, so it is.
Bride.
Wow. This is number 9.
Yeah, there's a first appearance on that.
It's not like Ray or something like that.
I can't. It's Rye or something, but.
Oh, okay.
Kyle, how come when you came to my show, you never dropped the freaking your knowledge bombs?
I don't know. Guess you just gotta pick my brain for it. The more cock, the better.
You should count your blessings now, man, because we can't get him to shut up half the time.
I know, but he came to my show and he was like, he didn't say anything.
He's not shy.
Maybe he was in pain that day.
Yeah.
I'm in pain every day. I'm in knee buckling next day, but so who did the covers for the original Michael Moorcock books? I'll give you a hint. They came from the studio.
What studio?
The studio. The early 70s studio that put together Bernie Wrightson, Barry Windsor Smith, Mike William Kaluta, and Jeffrey Catherine Jones. Jeffrey Jones did the Moorcock book covers.
What did he say his middle name was? Catherine?
She transitioned. She transitioned, and then she died a little early because she died recently from some complications and then some sickness from that. But she transitioned. Yeah. But if you ask Bernie Wrightson, that's always look in them Malibus. Look at the first page at the bottom of that Malibu right there. Is it signed on the bottom?
Signed by who?
Any of the creators. A lot of those like that, you'll find signatures on them because they're so low print run. They signed them all.
No shit.
Yeah. The early Malibus, not the later ones. But yeah, if you ask Bernie Wrightson who the greatest artist in the world is, he'd say Jeffrey Jones, or well, when he was alive. They'd all say that. Now, granted, you know, when he's the greatest. She was the greatest painter in their eyes. You know, she was a Frazetta level painter.
Hold on, look. That's on the front cover.
It's a flip book.
Isn't it a flip book?
Yeah, it's a flip book. They did a bunch of those with Ultraverse.
Who's that artist?
That's Barry Windsor Smith.
Sure is.
Damn you. Good job, Kyle. Impressive as heck.
Well, my brain's not working well today, but yeah, you asked me about. I mean, I'm sitting here talking about the studio, but glory hole.
It's the man who can't dry feet.
He's not my favorite.
I'm hoping one of these cheapies I just want to have, but so far you just haven't shown anywhere. I'm like, oh, I just got to have that. Pretty sure Fatalis. That's Rafael Nieves did the story in that. Open that up to the creators page.
Writer Mark Chadbourne.
So Rappy's not in that one?
Artist Vince Danks.
Okay. I know Rappy had something to do with that book, but there's a classic. There's one of the first die cut covers, and then it's one of the other issues. Gray, you showed it the other day, the bullet hole cover.
Yeah, I got this one as well. I do have this one.
I know what you mean, Jackson. Roy Kirk.
Now, hold on. Pull that one back up. What's special about that book?
It's special because it's Darren's comic and Darren's special.
It's Malibu. It's Malibu, but it's a Genesis that Jack Kirby had a hand in keeping that going.
Okay. Is that Full 7 from Navarone?
Yeah, it's the prequel to the World War II classic.
Yeah.
Lone Star Press. Now, I can tell you about that, too, because you guys shop on my comic shop. That's where that come from, Lone Star Press. That's mycomicshop.com. That's
they did their own comics at one point, did they?
Yeah, they put out their own comics for a while. That guy, you know, when you got the money and the time, there you go, Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the first issue of Splat Comics. Like, you know, the comic company Splat Comics.
Oh,
when's that coming down?
You mean from the Splat Press? No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There is
stories by Kyle.
There
art by Narman. Stories by Kyle.
There is a comic called Splat Comics already, you know.
Freak Force is a good run as well. I've got the whole Freak Force run.
I think he was quite into his Freak Force. There's quite a lot.
Spin-off from Savage Dragons. Eric Larson.
And I have a signed copy of Splat #1 because it's an Image comic, and who did it? He's been on the show 3 times, including the very first Geeky Weekly.
So Matty is.
Oh, is it you?
The first who appeared with us on the first Geeky Weekly?
I don't remember. Is it
what's his name? Guy who had
not Hillary Barda.
Yeah, Hillary Barda.
Yeah, there's Killcat again. You know that one we saw earlier on, the Dangerous Duo, whatever it was called, Deadly Duo. And I said that's Killcat, and the guy who was from the future, who wanted to go back to the 70s, he went back to the 90s instead. That's the other guy, and he loves that Lady Dart, and a lot of it's like him trying to get her to come back to him, kind of thing. It's lots of jokes in there.
Yes, comic curator. My comic shop is a dangerous place.
Gray, what did we have? Was it insects cover? Because I've got the ants, all these ants. Oh, Surrounded By, wasn't it? That's what it was.
I've got like half a short box of AC comics to go through again.
Yeah, Freak Force is a good run. Good read, those Freak Force.
No doubt this guy had good taste. And
my comic shop is where I get a lot of my books from. So it is a pretty dangerous place.
Yeah, the thing is with them, they've got so many that you need, and normally pretty cheap as well. I've bought loads from there in the past. It's the shipping which is a bastard, though.
Yeah.
It's a real bastard to the UK.
Well, you got to balance out if the shipping's worth the book.
Yeah.
But I quit dealing with them altogether because of politics. So
yeah, I know you not politically aligned with the fella.
I don't know.
I vote with my money.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, what's up with my comic shop on politics?
He's kind of QAnon.
Oh no. Yeah.
He's QAnon Trumpy, and I don't put money into that.
Yeah, maybe I should not either. I don't.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I mean,
yeah.
I will not disparage the
argument,
business.
I suppose, but
yeah, I will not disparage the business. They're great. They're great as far as business goes. I just don't align with his beliefs. Therefore, I vote with my dollar.
Well, which I understand. I'm surprised how successful that My Pillow guy became.
Yeah, now he's not.
He screwed himself, didn't he?
But
yeah, they're pretty good at shipping to the States here. So, like I said, I won't disparage them as a company because as a company, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I will say I do not agree with their politics and their ideology. The main guys.
How do you
people, but the main guys.
Give it 5 years to be that big.
How I buy from them is like, let's say I find the one book that I like that's about $20-$30, but I don't want to pay the shipping for it, because that's $10 extra for shipping.
Yeah, it's $6.50 on the first book, and then it's cheaper after that.
Yeah, so what I do is I buy a whole bunch of $2 books that I, marked it as a.
Didn't they have a thing once with my comic shop that if you spent a certain amount, it was free postage to America, wasn't it? At one point.
At one point they had that, but they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, and and again, once you buy so many, it's actually worth it. But
yeah.
Chromium covers. It's really worth it when you stock up on the $2 books that come with the price of your books.
Interesting shiny
I got some from my comics too. So.
Again, their business model is fantastic.
What's that one called? Genesis. There's a crossover event. Is it a crossover of some sort?
I don't know.
Yep, wraparound chromium cover, like it's crossing with the Kirbyverse kind of stuff. Like 1992 to 1994, somewhere in there. What is that, a 93? I'll call it in the middle. Is that a 1993?
It's actually hard to read. Hold on a minute.
In the indicia down there, it's nice and big, isn't it?
No, it's tiny. I think it is 93.
Yeah.
I think it is 93. Oh, you said Ghost.
Nocturnes.
Nocturnal emissions.
Well, I might do a my comic shop order at some point.
Nice.
And, get it sent to Mark Stackery. It costs less then.
Go. There you go.
Go.
Anybody impressed the shit out of me? What comic company was that? Show it again without speaking. Huh?
Acclaim?
No.
I think I've got some of them. Is it not Armstrong and Armstrong?
That's not when it went to Acclaim,
that's
right?
Beatles.
That's still New England Comics, right?
Acclaim. Oh, hold on. No, maybe not.
No, it's Acclaim.
It's a New England comic that went to Acclaim, but it's NEC. It's an NEC property.
Maybe not. I was reading a page that was an advert for Acclaim.
Well, yeah, then that's when Acclaim bought them. So Graham's right.
So I was right. Justice.
Trying to find the proper bit.
What's the Armstrong and something or other? What was they called?
Who? Archer and Armstrong?
That's it, Archer and Armstrong. Yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah. No, that's Acclaim. That's the Acclaim version. It started out as a New England Comics, but it went to Acclaim, bought into it.
Right. Go.
Shipping in April from Acclaim Comics, it says there.
Yeah.
A load of them.
Gravestone.
See, now that's one of those where you want to look on the interior just for possible signatures. There's some of those that are so low print run, they just signed them.
Is that number 1, Grimjack?
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a few of them in a big lot that I bought and sold on now, but it's got a lot of internal, like, is, what's his
Tim
face?
Truman and John Ostrander.
Did Mandrake do a lot of the Grimjack art?
Is that Gru number 2 of the Pacific?
Image.
Oh, the Image. Okay, I was trying to see if it was a Pacific. I was like, shit, if you got
That's
Gru 2
surrounded. Did someone use
Pacific,
that
you
for
got some
surrounding?
money there.
So again, was it a surround cover?
Second one, surrounded, wasn't it? No, on the front. Yeah, the cover slingers.
Yeah.
Surrounded.
Use it.
I think someone did, yeah. I got a feeling that someone did.
Yeah.
Was it you?
It could have been me. That might have been. I don't know, because I just bought this. I just bought this collection in the week before, and so when I knew it was going to be surrounded, so I think several of them. I think all my surroundings came out of this. You know.
I need someone for slingers this week. If anyone wants to nominate themselves.
What's the theme?
Man, if you had a pink one of that
Stick me
Harbinger,
on it then. Stick me on.
that last issue, if you had the pink background of that, that's like a $500 book.
What was the theme again?
Cops.
Surrounded.
Cops? Okay, I don't have it.
But yeah, go back a couple issues with that and look at that issue 1.
That one.
If you ever see that with a pink backdrop, grab it.
But is that
Ever.
pink drop? Is that just an ink running out, or is it a variant?
It's a variant, and there's very few of them, and they're worth a ton of money. What issue was that one? 4?
Number 18.
18, okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like that 18, but you ever see one, snatch it.
Harbinger.
I
Ray,
can't
have you got
remember
more?
the
Naman,
print.
have
The
you
print
got
run
more?
on it's obscenely low. It's
Huh?
like,
Have you got more to show?
Yeah, that's some.
Yeah, let's go to someone else. Ray, I haven't been on too long.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I got these from my comic shop. So, right
hit me
there.
with trivia questions about them.
My comic shop?
No, about the comics you show.
I don't know. What's it? You collect Rasanya?
That's Frank Thorne artwork. Who posed for that picture? Who posed for that drawing on that cover?
Was
His
it you?
wife? His wife? His
Was
wife?
it you, Kyle?
No.
His wife?
No.
Was it
It wasn't
Darren?
his wife. It was someone famous for cosplaying Red Sonja. Wendy Peeney. Jackson got it.
Oh, cool.
Wendy Peeney.
Wendy Peeney from ElfQuest fame. She posed.
If I have a Wendy Peeney, I go for.
You promised to drop some knowledge bomb like that on my show. You're welcome back, Kyle.
If it's a Frank Thorne cover, she posed for it. Love all those defenders.
This is homage cover. This is homage cover, I would say.
To what?
Don't you think? X-Men 101?
Possibly.
Oh, this is homage cover.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's for the original Avengers annual or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Avengers like 71.
Yeah.
Something like that. Is it a giant size?
I trust Kyle. I trust Kyle.
Ooh,
Hey.
shots fired.
No,
Norman.
my brain
Shots
doesn't
fired.
work. So nobody watches your shows now.
That's
Thanks a lot, Jackson. I appreciate
That's
you.
cruel.
Man. It's cruel, man.
I used to think Jackson was such a nice chap as well. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
I'm wondering if he knew that Wendy Peeney without looking it up. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a Christmas cover.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is a blank cover twig.
Is that what you're going to draw on?
What should I draw on? Some Joker, maybe Jackson.
What you should do, you should draw Groot naked. with his little twig coming out.
Another one of those covers. Another one of those.
Draw Groot with his little twig coming out.
I don't like Groot. not
I got
Groot.
a few picks of Wendy and Sonya, probably in Foom. There you go, Jack. Yeah.
This is a Fire and Ice blank cover.
Okay.
So let me show it because I don't want to.
Fire and Ice.
Gray will know this one easy. Where'd Fire and Ice come from, Gray?
Oh, you're talking about the characters from DC?
Yeah.
From the Global Guardians?
No, this Fire and Ice. This Fire and Ice.
Is that DC? Not the Global Guardians Fire and Ice?
No, this is from Dynamite.
Are you
This
saying
is from Dynamite. These guys.
Yeah, it's not the Fire and Ice from DC.
This is not from DC. This is not from DC.
That's a Frazetta book there.
Yeah, Frazetta.
What Fire and Ice are you talking about? This Fire and Ice, Kyle?
I was talking about the DC one. So
originally they were both in Super Friends. I think the first appearances were both in Super Friends, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. And then
another Fire and Ice.
Oh, that one. The one where they picked up all the Golden Age characters and Todd McFarlane worked on.
Elvira. Anybody interested in Elvira?
Injustice or whatever. Justice. Okay. Something Incorporated or whatever.
Oh, Vampirella. I like drawing hot ladies, so those are. And Penthouse #1.
Oh, men's adventure comics. Those are different adventures.
Yeah. When I'm showing these off, Jackson, you're not invited.
Zombie Tramp.
Zombie Tramp.
Are you going to draw covers on all these, Norman?
Yeah, I am. So, and I'm specifically uninviting Jackson. He's not invited at all. So,
do Zombie Tramp taking Groot's twig?
I'm a little pissed at Jackson or Kirk, but you guys go next, please.
Right, Carl, you got anything else you want to show?
I'm not going back upstairs today. I'd break my neck.
Post my love you comment for Narman, please. I don't see it. Oh, hold on. There you go. Oh, he's practicing his insults for Bill.
Okay.
Right, so we're on to the new 52 Blue Beetle now. Still Jaime Reyes. I can't get used to doing Spanish pronunciations, H's for J's. I'm surprised I've been so accurate with it today. I would say Jamie Reyes, but it's not. It's Jaime Reyes.
Oh, I'd have said Jamie as well. So yeah.
Yeah, probably the J's are H's and the H's are J's, but it's not. It's not normal for us English brains to remember that, though, is it?
No.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's hard for me to say Jose and Jose.
Yeah. Oh, you think it's Jose, but it's
Jose and the Pussycats.
Yeah, that's a different. That's Josie. That's different.
Jose and the Pussycats. I don't know. I want to see if my brain still works. Somebody hit me with some trivia questions. See if I can get it.
Oh, blimey.
The first independent press put out by Barry Windsor Smith. That's what he called his comic.
What do you call it?
Corblimey.
Oh, did he call Blimey? Okay.
Yeah.
To me, that's a joke.
It's an oversized. I got issue #1 up there, but
I don't mind.
You have a specific name for that? Some heroes coming through the comic book? No, not that one before that one.
Bursting out of.
Well, yeah, bursting out of. You have that kind of theme?
Well, they were talking about pregnancy ones earlier, so maybe bursting out of the.
Yeah, that kind of.
Yeah. I don't recall that.
Or busting.
There's quite a lot of them. Like, if you had to come and search for them, I think they'd be all a bit boring, to be honest. Yeah.
Who idea is it? How come when my relative talked about Jesus when they went?
Right. So
yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, I've only got one from the Blue Beetle Rebirth run, just issue #1.
No, hold on a minute. No, I think that could be the one-off. You know, because like the Rebirth launched like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there was also a number 1 Rebirth standalone, and I think that one could be.
Oh yeah, that might be that then. Yeah, could well be that. And then the Rebirth started afterwards. That's the one. But here's one that I need. Right, I've got this Convergence run, and I've got number 1, but I've been waiting to find number 2. I've not seen number 2 for ages. Like, I keep looking for it. I keep seeing other people posting always have a Convergence ones. I just need number 2 to finish off this little 2-part set, but I've not seen it going anywhere yet. But here's a drawn cover that Matilda did for me again. It's Dark Knight's Death Metal, but she's done me it's a black cover as well. So she's done me a white copy version of Ted Called. Grey Maniacs Gather, he's saying, as you would on my channel. And I don't know what that's about. That's a date, and is that a signature or some kind of weird glyph for summoning Cthulhu? I'm not too sure. I think that might be a signature.
Egyptian signature?
Yeah, I think so. Z. Yeah.
When you get Maya, you get my Chinese character signature.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
You also did me an Etrigan. It's a Deadpool comic, but it's got an Etrigan the Demon on it. Looking rather happy. That's like Darren when he sees a bargain bucket. He's like, oh, yum, yum.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And the last bit, and I've got a few more bits actually. This is the Secret Society of Supervillains. A little
£10?
Yeah, I don't think I paid that for it. I'm not sure though. It could just be reusing. It's probably just reusing a cover.
Oh, by the way, I got that one. By the way, tomorrow I'm gonna start a Asian American Pacific Islander shows. So
hey, Melvin, you know, tomorrow
Appreciation Week or Appreciation Month, is it something like that?
Yeah, it starts. Yeah, whole month of May we're gonna feature different artists. So
very cool.
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow we got Steve Root on our show, don't you know, man?
Who's Steve Root?
Badger, Nexus.
Oh, I don't know them. I'm sorry.
The Hulk. I keep wanting to say Hulk Silver Surfer series, but you'd know his art if you saw it.
Is it from Bronze Age?
From all the above. He's been doing comics since like 1983.
Okay, well, I started collecting in 1979, 1980, around there. So, yeah. So it's after the 80s. I'm lost with the artists. And
Steve Root coming on, and then I could have got an email while I'm sitting here, but Jam DeMatteis is going to be back on the next week or two after that. So.
Well, I like to invite them for my show someday after May, because this month I got a lot of people who's not going to watch. But this month we're going to have a lot of Asian Americans and so forth. Super villains. I think I need to collect that. How long a series is that? Grey Man?
Only about 14 or 15 issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
like collecting small set like that because it's something I could complete.
That's my first ever longer ongoing comic shop just down the road from me. It shut down years ago though. But this is when I first started buying comics regularly, because when I didn't start buying comics regularly until I got a job, until I got my first long-term job, and that's when a comic shop opened down the road for me, and that's when I started buying monthly.
Roger needs you to step up my game. What do you mean, Roger?
It wasn't until I was like 18 or something. Yeah, that's right. It goes on 15 issues, and the story just stops dead. Like it's like I think it even says in it, next issue, blah blah. But I think the implosion came. I think.
Yeah, that's what stopped it. Was the DC implosion.
And they carried it on in some other comic book, like as a one-off. I can't remember now. Let's see if it says at the back under this one. Yeah, look, it even says it on it. Where is it? Next issue, The Wizard's War of the Worlds continues.
And then they never showed.
Yeah, on sale 4th week of May. But yeah, there was no number 16.
Well, according to Jackson Lloyd Carter, they begin another title. 14
Yeah,
issues.
that's right.
The title. Okay.
I think they wrapped it up in like DC Superstars.
Maybe. Right, here's Wonder Woman 750. They did and this was AOK from Simon. Simple Simon.
Simple Simon?
Australia.
Wow.
Yeah. It's interesting because I just sent a package to Simon today. Like he wanted. He's been after the Warriors video game for ages, and I happen to have had it. I played it once, didn't get on with it, and like it's been sitting there like for ages since. It's a perfect edition. So I just AOK'd it to him along with a couple of 2000 ADs, and he said, "Do you want money for it?" I said, "No, I'd send it to you. You can send me something if you want to later on." So that's handy. So a little bit of a AOK to Simon. Cost me nearly 30 quid to send it to him though.
Yeah, shipping is. But
I
collect Warrior stuff too, so don't forget me when somebody get into Warrior stuff. The Warriors, I love Warrior stuff. Anything Warrior stuff. I'm a huge fan.
What, Warrior magazine? You talking about Warrior comic from the UK? Do you mean?
I'm talking about the Warriors. The
Warriors, the film, The Warriors.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah, well, I only had one copy of the video game. Sorry. So this is the 50s variant cover for Action Comic 1000.
Yeah, so I got that one.
Dave Gibbons, I think. No, I'm not sure now. Yeah, Dave Gibbons. It is Dave Gibbons. I showed this on UFO Week or Flying Saucer Week, I think.
Oh, so Spread Comics says Secret Society of Supervillains, the series, along with unpublished issue number 16 and 17, were collected in 2-volume hardcover edition with the volume published in 2011 and 2012.
Ah, okay. Respect T Belly.
Yeah, it was based and it was too long.
Yeah, you went out of space. Well, this is Detective Comics 1000 Virgin Boland variant.
E-Man's Warrior cover, Warrior fan too. You talk about. I'm talking about the Warriors. Come out and play. You know those guys, right?
Warriors come out to play. That one.
Yeah. So.
Right, here's Batman 50 again. This is from Simple Simon. This was the first comic that he got when he started recollecting again.
I like
Batman
that.
50. So it's dear to his heart kind of thing. And I got Suicide Squad 1 from Rebirth.
Yeah.
And this, I think you might have sent me that one as well. These ones he sent me as well, I think. Spider-Geddon 0.
It was the Canceled Comics Cavalcade. Except those weren't comics. Those were Xerox reproductions they put out.
And the Superior Spider-Man, number 20.
Yeah.
That's when Dr. Octopus took over the body of Peter Parker. Supposed to be quite a good series. A lot of people said it's a good series.
Again, I haven't read anything after.
Yeah. Right, that's my lot. That's that box all done. Narman was in a gang once. They raised hell at the bingo parlors.
Jackson, stop it, man. He's giving me too much of our time.
That's everything I've got to show. Did you got anything else, Narman?
I told you already that the whole month of May we're going to feature Asian American artists like John Boy Myers, John Jing, hopefully Bernard Chang, Alex from Canada. I forgot her last name. Starts with V. I couldn't pronounce her last name, but there's hope. I mean, we got a whole bunch of we're contacting right now, so hopefully we'll have at least one feature artist maybe 2 feature artists every week, but in month of May. So, yeah. And then the E-Man channel and the what's his name channel, Jeff Wang's channel, and of course Otaku. We're gonna all share the link, I'll share the stream so that hopefully this gives the artists more exposure, and I'll be giving stuff away too. So for each artist. So
good luck.
Yes,
hey, look, Naman, a wedding cover.
From where?
Hey, Damie.
Hey, Damien.
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. Those guys are.
This is what I was doing when you guys went on the air. I was sitting here listening to Depeche Mode playing a video.
Yep. That's
one of the top 5 greatest albums ever produced. Happy people call my people.
Amen. Okay. Well, whatever.
How you doing?
Right. Well, I've shown this whole box now, so I'm ready to call that a night. And I just remembered I haven't got that much stream time anymore because I stopped paying for it, so I best end it here. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
See you tomorrow, maybe.
Glad to see you up and about.
Oh, Gray, are you limited for places tomorrow? And are you think you're going to get too many people on?
Oh, no, tomorrow should be fine.
Okay.
Well, even if I come out, I mean, yeah. But no, there's only, should be fine. I've got 6 people I can have in at the time. Is Steve Root coming tomorrow then, yeah?
Yeah, Steve's going to be there with Bill. So, well, no, Steve's not going to be with Bill tomorrow. So, yeah, there will only be 6 of us.
Yeah, okay.
Max.
Let's finish it with a toot.